Hi. Welcome. Welcome to Pinterest Masterclass. This is Masterclass number 3 of 3. And I'm a little bit crooked today. So give me a second while I even myself out. Okay, that's a little bit better. I don't know what happened. I think I kicked something when I was walking in this morning. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a great week. I hope you've been able to watch the replays of the previous 2 masterclasses. The easiest place to go to do that is to our replay page. I don't know if you know that we had a replay page. So let me pop the email address up on the screen for you. And this is the best place to go to watch the replay. So if you're one of those people that's always like, where's the replay? We made a page for you. It's travelmarketingandmedia.com/replay. So if you are joining us for the very first time, I would love for you to let us know. Just write hashtag first time in here if you're joining us for the very first time. Or if you're almost always here, then just go ahead and write hashtag always here on the bottom of your screen in the comments. Now, if you can't see where the comments are, you should be able to see a YouTube button right there. If you click on the YouTube button, it will flick you over to YouTube where you can write in the comments. And if you don't want to comment, you don't want to read anyone's comments, you can just stay right here where you are watching. So I'm happy to be back. Like I said, it's Pinterest, our Pinterest series, free masterclass Pinterest series. This is class 3 of 3. If you did not watch classes 1 and 2, then you can stay today, but some of the stuff is not going to make sense to you, which is fine, because then you can go back and watch classes 1 and 2. Now you have until Monday to watch all 3 classes. On Monday, we take them down. So you have until Monday to watch all 3 classes, and it's currently Friday. And so they're about 3 hours in total, all of them, maybe 4 max. And those are the free masterclasses. So I'll put the site back up where you can watch them again. It is travelmarketingandmedia.com/replay. There you go. So simple. You can just go there and watch the replays at any time. We don't leave our replays up all year round, just because there's no need to. If you really want to do something, you will jump in and do it when it's up. And if you don't, it means you missed the boat. Maybe it wasn't the right time for you. You could always jump in next time that we do it. Next week, we are switching to all things website related, because it has come up in our Pinterest training many times that in order to do well on Pinterest, you have to have a good website. And good is very subjective, but good doesn't have to be stressful. Good does not have to be expensive. Good does not have to be complicated, but it does have to be certain things. So we're going to talk about that next week. We'll talk about things that you can do to your existing website to make fixes, to make changes, very small changes to take your website from not good to good. So that's what we'll start with next week, where I think we're going to do probably the first masterclass will be things that you have to have on your website. And we'll also do a masterclass on the bare minimum. What would be the bare minimum to have on your website in order to get it high converting? Because many of you have way too many pages on your website for what you're able to take care of. So we'll be looking at all of that. A few housekeeping things. We have 4 spots left for our VIP Pinterest management service. This is where we take over your Pinterest and we do everything for you for an entire year. Somebody asked me the other day, well, what about at the end of the year? Are you just going to leave me? No, you can stay, but it's a year commitment. So we take over your Pinterest, your business Pinterest account. If you don't have one, that's fine. We can start from scratch with you. And we pin 5 to 8 times a day for 365 days a year. That's a lot. That's a lot. We create the graphics. We drive them to your website, and we have 2 roles, 1 or 2 responsibilities. 1 is to make your Pinterest look so beautiful that people click on it. And number 2, that when they click on it, they want to read more. When they click on a pin, they want to read more, and they click over to your website. So we will drive traffic to your website with this service. All you have to do is make sure that once they get to your website, that your website is ready to convert them into email subscribers, or that your calendar is there, that they can make an appointment, that you are responsive to them, that whatever happens on your website is up to you, but we'll drive all the traffic to your website. So if you're that person that's like, I just don't have people coming to my website, I don't have new leads, people don't know about me, this is the right service for you. It's not affordable to everybody. So if it's not affordable for you, that's okay. I remember seeing things when I first started my business that were not affordable to me. They were so out of reach. Like I could never imagine paying $350 a month for anything. We have $10,000 a month in overheads now in our business, but that wasn't always the case. I remember being so panicked at having a $29 a month recurring charge, like something that I needed, a tool for my business. You will get there. You'll get there one step at a time. So you just have to focus on the things that are the most important to you. And as far as I'm concerned, as a business coach, those are driving traffic to your website. That is the number one most important thing, driving traffic to your website. Because if you are not continuously driving traffic to your website all year round, there will come a time, if it hasn't come already, where your bookings will dry up. And when your bookings dry up, you have no money coming in. And when you have no money coming in, everything feels awful. The stress is awful. The sleepless nights are awful. But guess what? They're not caused by what's happening right then and there in the moment. They're caused because you took your foot off the pedal earlier. Sometimes it's 3 to 6 months before you take your foot off the pedal that you can see the difference. And so when you decide that you've got to put your foot back on the pedal, it doesn't just happen right away. You have to ramp back up again. How do I know this? Because I've done it over and over again for myself. I've been inconsistent my entire career. And I have worked now to get to a place where I am much more consistent and I'm actually ahead of schedule when it comes to things. Like right now, we're pinning 8 times a day and our pins are scheduled all the way through until the end of May. So before the end of May, y'all know I have one task to do. And that's to schedule another 3 months or another 6 months. We're doing 3 months at a time here so that we can adjust our strategy as we go. But if that's not what you're focused on in your business, then I have to ask you, what are you doing? You should only be focused on driving traffic to your website. That's it. Not getting followers, not getting likes, not getting views, not getting people to watch videos, driving traffic to your website. On your website, you should be focused on turning them into email subscribers, or even better, clicking to make an appointment with you, to do a quick phone call with you or schedule a consultation with you, or just signing up for your planning fee. Those are the things that you should be focused on. And if you're not focused on those things in your business now, what are you actually doing? Okay, so let me go to the comments and have a look. Actually, while I'm having a look to see who is here right now, I would love to know in the chat, let me know, do you feel like you do enough driving of traffic to your website? What, like, do you feel, or you could answer this question, what do you currently do to drive traffic to your business? And if you're not, now's the time to own it and say, I'm not driving traffic to my website and I need to. Okay, so tell me what you're doing to drive traffic to your website. Now, before you do that, posting on social media is not it. That doesn't drive traffic to your website. Why? Because social media companies, the social media platforms want you to stay on social media. They want users to stay on social media. They don't want people to click off. Why is it? Have you ever thought to yourself, why is it on Instagram that you can't click and be somewhere else? They don't want you to be. They don't want you to be. And if you're posting links inside of Facebook and people are clicking off, you're getting much less reach because Facebook don't want people to come off Facebook. Okay? They don't want people to come off Facebook. They want people to stay on there. If you haven't watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix, tell you everything you need to know. Okay, so Jamie here for the first time. Hi, Jamie. Oh my gosh, I'm so close to the camera. Let me lean back. Oh my gosh, lean back a little bit more. That was way too close. Okay, Jamie says she's here for the very first time. Welcome, ma'am. I don't know where you've been. I don't know where we've been, that we haven't been where you are, but I'm so glad that you found us, Miss Jamie. You are always, always welcome here. Lots of friends back. Laverne is back. Yana is back. Sherry is back. Michael says he's always trying to be here. Thank you, Michael, for being back. Pam says she's always here. Deb, always here except for when she's traveling. That's a good reason, but now you can go to the replay center, so that helps. Kayla's always here. Yes, ma'am, you are. Philip, yep, Philip's always here. Maria, always here. John is here again. Michelle says, nope, for sure, no. I'm thinking she's saying no, that she's not doing what she needs to be doing to drive people to her website. I'm guessing that's what that is. Linda says, no, but I need to. Gail says, I am not. Pam says, not enough. Okay, so not a lot of people in here driving traffic to their website. Jamie is, maybe that's why she hasn't been here, because she's been busy driving traffic to her website. She says she's doing a Facebook group and ads to funnel to join the group. I love that. I didn't even know that you could run ads to join a group. I think that's super cool. I'll have to look into that. Sherry says, I'm not driving traffic to my website, and she's got some feelings about it because she put a sad face on there. Lynn says, constant contact to keep current clients, but need to drive new for sure. Yeah. So constant contact is an email platform where you can send emails to your clients, but driving traffic, not so much. Let's see. Maria says she's trying to use SEO through blog posts when clients go to Google for what they're looking for. That is a good idea, but I would say, Maria, of all the things you could be doing, that would be one of your last things. Set your blogs up so that, and we'll talk about that when we do website training masterclasses next month. Put your blogs on your website in a way that they are SEO friendly and that Google can read them, and then move along, because there's not a lot you can do with SEO. And I'll tell you why next week. And it's to do with the really big travel companies and how much they spend in SEO, and then the rest of us. But set them up that way. We do that too. We put our blogs up on our website. They're called coaching articles, and we make sure that they are accurately put up. There's a way to put up blogs and there's a way not to put up blogs. We put them up in a way that Google can read them, so that if people are searching for things, hopefully they'll find our website, but then we don't really do a whole lot around that afterwards. Lillian says, hi, Sandra, I sent you an email. Yes, ma'am. I was out of office yesterday. So I saw them this morning. We have got you, Miss Lillian. You are good to go. All of our clients who have signed up for our Pinterest management service, we will be reaching out to you today. So I'm super excited to start working with you, Lillian, and the others as well who have signed up. John. Hi, John. John says, about the only thing I have had is posting to social, and I realized that needs to change. I am slowly, he says, old guy who doesn't get technology, moving to email and now Pinterest to see what happens. I love that. And feel free to hit the pause button on social media. And I say that to everybody. As all of you know, we hit the pause button on social media in April of 2023. 2023, we hit the pause button on social. We don't post on Instagram. We don't post on Facebook. We don't do TikTok. I feel like I'm too old for TikTok. We don't do any of those things. And I think anyone middle-aged who's on TikTok, my hands go up because I'm just so done learning new platforms. And I figured, let me find one that will just drive traffic to my website. And if TikTok is working for you, or Instagram or Facebook, keep doing it. But remember what I say, working for you means that you're actually getting traffic to your website. So you'd be wanting to go in and look at the traffic that comes from there from your website. But yeah, we hit the pause button on social media in April 2023, and we have never looked back. Not to say we would never go there, but definitely we needed to do something that was going to drive traffic. And until that is perfected, until we've got a consistent stream of traffic coming to our website, which we do, by the way, that happened immediately when we started using Pinterest, but we just need to be consistent, and we want to drive it even higher before we look back at saying maybe to layer in social media again. Can I tell you something? I don't know if I've said this out loud before, but I've thought it many times. Social media is the jewelry that you put on before you leave the door, or the accessories. So gentlemen, it's the hat that you put on right before you walk out the door. Not the shoes. It's the jewelry. It's the extra ring, the extra earrings, the bracelet, the watch. It's the things that you could leave the house without and you would still be fully dressed, but you do it as an extra layer. That's what posting to social media is. If you are posting to social media for your travel business or for your any kind of business, then you have to know that that is jewelry that you put on before you go out the door. You're not dressed unless you have a marketing plan that has activity in it that drives traffic directly to your website. So that would be things, well, I'll show you in a minute. I have that on one of my slides, but those are clothes. Social media is not clothes. Social media is jewelry. Okay, so Kimberly says, I need to start using my All Access Pass and Content Planner to keep posting blogs and pinning them. I'm trying to train my assistant to do this for me, but haven't finished yet. Kimberly, we'll be talking about this in Town Hall next. If you want to jump on, Town Hall will only be 30 minutes today, right after this training. Kayla says, yes, learned the hard way that links on social actually get you penalized. Excited to be exploring new ways. Yeah, and it makes sense. Watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. It tells you everything you need to know. Jamie says, my website isn't great. Most people feel that way. Most people. We'll talk about that next month, starting next week. And Lynn says, email and website links on email signature. But ma'am, those are not driving new traffic to your website, because anyone who's emailing you already knows who you are. So it's good in that people who send you an email every now and then might click on your link in your signature. don't know the last time that I clicked on a link in a signature of someone who emailed me, because, someone from Armour Waterways or Virgin Voyages emails me. I don't have a reason to go to their website. So I would say if you have a blog snippet that you're putting at the bottom and you change that out every month or something like that, that might change something. But your email signature will only brand you to people who already know you. Okay, and then Shara says, I'm always here. Okay, good to know. Let's jump into today's slides. Let me pop up. I'm on the wrong slide, so let me make that right. Today, we're talking about your business account. We talked a lot of, Today, we're talking about your business account. We talked a lot about personal account last week, and I would like to know, hold on, let me put this up. Okay, let me maximize that. Perfect. Let me put this here. Okay, so I would like to know, before we get started, have you been on Pinterest on your personal account, either in the last week or previously? Let's talk a little bit about this first, just for 2 or 3 minutes. Have you been on your personal account? Because your personal account is super important. Your personal account is where you look for things, you research things, you start understanding how Pinterest really works, because you'll see Pinterest showing you more of what you were just looking for. For those of you who joined me the other day, I looked for the first time for Sri Lanka. Do you remember that in class 2 of 3? And I've never searched for Sri Lanka in my Pinterest personal feed ever before. Guess what happened? That afternoon, about 2 hours later, I started seeing content in my feed for as soon as I opened Pinterest, I started seeing things for Sri Lanka. And then about the next day, it wasn't that same day, I think it was the next day, I get my daily email from Pinterest. And my daily email from Pinterest, if you don't get that, turn it on in your settings. It's the best email. You get it. I get mine every afternoon. I think I chose to do it that way. I thought if I got my Pinterest email in the morning, I wouldn't do any work for the whole rest of the day. I have been getting my daily email from Pinterest for 3 years now, and I have never not opened it. I look forward to getting it. I get excited to get it. What is it? It's an email that's curated to all of the things that I've been personally searching for. So if I've been searching for nude nails, if I've been searching for red lipstick, if I've been searching for summer salads, if I've been searching for itineraries for Sri Lanka, if I've been wanting to learn more about, I don't know, synthetics in foods and processed foods and what they do to the body, anything that I have been looking for. Maybe it might be daily prayers for 5-year-olds. Whatever I've been looking for, you see a broad spectrum there from summer salad to prayers for 5-year-olds. That gets put together, jumbled up, and curated in think of it like a personalized menu of all the things, all the results of all the things that you've been looking for, and it gets emailed to me every day. And the email subject changes all the time. It always comes from Pinterest, and it says, we thought you might like this, or we put together these for you. It is almost always, I would say it's 98% correct of things that I would click on. And I always click on at least one thing in that email, if not 15 things in that email, every single day. Now, I don't spend a lot of time on social media anymore. I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook or Instagram. In fact, I took the icons off of my phone. I did that running up to the election. Life got a little bit overwhelming for me. And so I took social media off my phone, and I only have Pinterest on my phone. So if I find myself wanting to scroll, I find myself scrolling in the last positive place on the internet where there's no politics, there's no trolling. Don't get me wrong. A lot of you know I'm very political. I have very strong political beliefs, but I don't want that in my life all day, every day, because right now it's a little bit too much. Pinterest being the last positive place on the internet, I'm so happy to get that email every day. And then I was thinking the other day, gosh, the people who follow me not follow me because it's not about follows, the people who like my pins on Pinterest, who have clicked on them and gone to my website, clicked on them and saved them, they're getting me show up in their afternoon Pinterest email. That means that Pinterest is pushing me out there to people. I think that's so cool. So I want to know what you have been doing. Shut the front door, Michelle. Is that for real? Is that how you found me to begin with on Pinterest? Okay, I'm going to screenshot this and smile. I took a picture of the screen with Michelle's comment and my Pinterest training, because that is proof right there. I'm going to wait till she says I am totally. My goodness. So proof. I don't know Michelle. Michelle doesn't really know me. Maybe I've met you once before. I'm not sure. But Michelle found me on Pinterest. Or I actually like to say Pinterest put me in front of Michelle. Because Michelle, I don't think, went looking for Sandra McLemore or travel marketing and media. I'm pretty sure she was scrolling and I popped up. And so that's what Pinterest will do for you. Pinterest will figure out who would want a little Sandra in their lives, who would want a little Michelle, who would want a little Kayla. And Pinterest will put your pins in front of those people. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to think to yourself, how do I get in front of the right people on Pinterest? That's not your job. Your job is to put the content on Pinterest that matches what you want to sell, and Pinterest will show that to the right people. Okay. Michelle says, I have Amacrease with you and done my website with you. So glad. Oh, Michelle, I'm so sorry. If I could see your face, you're little. You're like this. You're like half a grain of rice on my screen right now. When I zoom in, I'll be able to see you for sure. And I will know you, because I don't forget faces and I don't forget businesses in there either. I love this. I love that you found me on Pinterest, because it is absolute proof that if you put up the content that works, if you put up the content that aligns with what you want to sell, that aligns with the services that you provide, Pinterest will do the hard work. Pinterest will put you in front of those people. Those people will click, they'll go to your website, and like Michelle, they will end up booking the services that you have. Michelle's done her website through us, and she's done a sailing, an Alma Waterway sailing, where I was a featured guest and got to speak. That is no coincidence. Do you know what that is? That's marketing working. And how wonderful would it be for you to send me an email, all of you, not right now, please don't do that, for you to send me an email a couple of months from now, 6 months from now, saying, oh my gosh, somebody just told me they just booked their cruise with me, or they booked their river cruise, or they booked their trip to Africa, and they said they found me on Pinterest. You and I will both know that Pinterest put you in front of them, but that's okay. Pinterest is like a matchmaker. That's so cool. All right. And then the last thing I'll show you before we jump over, Nancy says, hi, Nancy. Nancy says, I use it every day. And like you, I always open it. This is the email from Pinterest that comes in every day. There is not another email in my inbox that comes through that I love to see every day. Unlike my dad, who loves to see his credit card statement, I do not. Okay. So let's jump across to the slides. All right. Okay. The first thing I want to remind you, if you don't remember anything else than I teach you today, listen to this. You must not be in your business account on Pinterest, because you'll have a business account and a personal account. You must not be in your business account unless you are checking that your business account is pinning. There is no other reason to be in there. Or maybe you want to respond to some people's comments, but there is no other reason to be in there. By default, when you go to Pinterest, I always want you in your personal account. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. I just want to show you a few other things first, but always, always, always be in your personal account. Never go to your business account. Think of it like the credit card that you always have in the front of your wallet. Make it your personal account and put your business one somewhere else, out of sight, out of reach, so that you actively have to use. Think about it before you use it. Pinterest has incredible muscle memory. Pinterest, we were just saying, Michelle didn't go looking for me on Pinterest. Michelle is now a very valuable client to us. A very valuable client to us. She's invested her hard-earned money into our services. The marketing works, but Michelle didn't go looking for me on Pinterest. Michelle was on Pinterest doing whatever she was doing, and Pinterest put me in front of her. They're a matchmaker. They said, oh, we think Michelle would like what Sandra is putting up on Pinterest. So they took the Pinterest content that I had put up and they put it in front of Michelle. How did they know? They knew because of Michelle's behavior. Remember, I said Pinterest has good muscle memory. Everything that Michelle clicked on led them to believe, one, that she loved travel, but that's actually not my ideal client, someone who loves travel. But two, that she owned a travel business. There was something there that Michelle was doing on Pinterest, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could have been a number of things put together that Pinterest was able to profile her. Think of like, what was that profiling? The Mentalist, where he would profile killers. Michelle's not a killer, but think of Pinterest as profiling Michelle the same way the Mentalist profiled the killers. He would go to a crime scene and he would say, the murderer is this, and this, right? And then they would say, okay, well, Michelle seems to be this, and this. So let's put this content in front of her, right? So that's the first thing that I want to tell you. Let's jump into today's slides. Okay, quick reminder, this is a marketing funnel or a sales funnel, same thing, okay? Marketing happens in the top, the middle, and the bottom. You have activities that you do in the top, the middle, and the bottom. In the top of your funnel, this is where you are focused on turning strangers into email subscribers, people who have never heard of you. So Michelle had never heard of me until she saw me, probably never heard of me until she saw me on Pinterest. So then the job for the top of funnel, the goal or the outcome that you want there is for someone to see you, click, end up on your website, and become an email subscriber. That's a lot to happen in the top of funnel. So now you can see why them being on Instagram, looking at you is not going to get you there. It's not going to get you that outcome. You absolutely need somebody to hear about you for the first time, click on your content, go to your website, and become an email subscriber. Now, if they take another action on your website, such as making an appointment with you or phoning you or sending you an email, I would consider that a massive win anyway, okay? I would consider that a massive win. The middle of funnel, that's where you get to show off your expertise. This is where you get to continue pinning so that your Pinterest people who have engaged with you keep seeing you. You get to send your blogs, your travel blogs out to your audience. You might send an email every week. You might send it every 2 weeks, but whatever your most recent blog that you have put up or the order of blogs that you want them to see, I think that's better. You might have 10 blogs about river cruising and you say from when someone signs up every 2 weeks, I'm going to send them one of those on automation. That might be what they get. But in the middle of funnel, you in there are convincing someone that they want to learn more about you and stay connected to you. It's like a first date. Getting someone to see you on the app and then reach out to you is a top of funnel. Dating is the middle of funnel. Dating is where you get to know each other, where you build trust, and you find out how you can help each other, how you can be together, how you function together. The bottom is commitment in a relationship. The bottom for you is the sale. Okay, so you have to understand if you're going to pin on Pinterest, you're not going to go straight to the bottom of funnel. You don't make a pin and then get a sale. It's not how it works. You make a pin, you get someone to your website. When someone's on your website, you get them to engage with you, to sign up for your email list, reach out to you, send you an email, whatever it is, just like Michelle did to us. And then in the middle, you do things to strengthen your relationship. You have to have a relationship with people. This masterclass is a middle of funnel tactic. And I'll say the word tactic because I don't think it's dirty. I don't think it's manipulative. It's a strategy. It's a tactic. Well, the strategy is having a whole season, a whole 3 sessions of Pinterest, of putting lots of blogs out about Pinterest, coaching articles, of sending you guys emails, pointing to those coaching articles. You guys have been reading them. I know you have. We've had thousands and thousands of views on those blogs, people clicking on them, people reading on them, on those coaching articles. We did a whole series of them for Pinterest, right? So if that's the case, then I don't expect a sale. I don't expect a sale when people click on my pins. I don't expect a sale when people visit my website. I expect to be able to start dating you, for you to get to know me, because it takes a minute for people to buy. Go ahead and let me know in the chat right now, everybody. If you have purchased something from me, if you have invested in something for your travel business from me, maybe it's the All Access Pass, maybe it is the Pinterest course last year, maybe you've already signed up for the Pinterest course this year, maybe you've anything at all, done your website through us. How long did it take you from when you first heard about me, first laid eyes on me, first knew about me, to when you purchased something? The first time you ever spent any money. For some people, it's going to be immediately. For some people, it's going to be 2 years or 3 years. But guess what? I wanted them to stay in the middle of funnel, those people, for 3 years until they felt comfortable. I'm not pushing people to buy anything. I don't want that. I want people to buy from us, to invest with us when they're ready. And until they're ready, stay in the middle of funnel. Take our free trainings, right? Because maybe you have to stay in the middle of funnel because you don't have the budget yet to do a new website. Then you are so welcome here. You stay here. You stay here, read our emails, read our coaching articles, come to our free trainings until you're ready to do your new website. I hope that every single one of you let me design your new website when you're ready, or redesign your new website when you're ready for a new one, right? But I hope you stay here until then, because it's how we get to build trust. It's how we get to build a relationship, so that it's a no-brainer when that happens, right? So let's have a look right here. Yana says, I think this is Yana Great Latitude. She said it was around 2 years. Imagine if you made a pin or got someone on your email list and for 2 years they didn't book travel with you. It's easy to get frustrated and be like, why are these people opening my emails and reading my travel blogs and they're not buying from me? Well, maybe they already have trips planned. Maybe they've already made bookings for next year's family cruise. Maybe they know this year they're not doing a trip, but next year they're doing a family cruise and they've already locked that in. It could be 2 years before they book with you, right? Kimberly says it was 3 to 4 months. Maybe that person doesn't have a need. Maybe they just found you and they're like, I like this person. Maybe Kimberly said, I like Sandra. I'm going to hang around. Maybe she just didn't have a need in mind. She just felt like this is a cool place for me to be. I feel like I should be here. I'm resonating with what she's putting out. It's my vibe. Or maybe she knew, but she had to wait until something became available, right? Gail says it was around 6 months for her. It was less. Kayla says it was around a year. Christine, hi Christine. She says, I heard you speak at Ascend. Oh, wow. And subscribe to email. So you must have met me in Mexico. I flew to Mexico twice to speak at Ascend. Can't wait to go back. I love working with them. Love working with their events. Then became an All Access Pass member a year later, and it's helped me to position myself as an expert in my niche. I love that. And Christine, when you are ready for a website, when you're ready for me to do your Pinterest for you, I hope that you think of us. And until then, you stay in the community for as long as you love being here. And that's how you need to think about your email subscribers on your email list. Become obsessed with pinning, getting traffic to your website, converting them into email subscribers, and sending out a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly email to them so that you stay top of mind, okay? Because what Christine has written right here, this is the magic. This is the proof that it works. We already had one proof right before with Michelle when she said, that's how I found you. I found you on Pinterest. Pinterest put you in front of me. It's Christine, another one. I didn't know either of these stories right here. Christine saying, I heard you speak at Ascend, probably in Mexico. I subscribed to your email list. Then she invested in something that was around $300, $350, probably around that price. It's helped her. So was it worth me going all the way to Mexico to speak, to get email subscribers for someone to buy something for like maybe $300? Yes, because multiple people did exactly what Christine did. And one day, each of these people will go on to do other things. Okay? So this is how you need to be focused on pinning, driving traffic to your website, and then turning them into email subscribers. John says it was around 2 years from the first time I heard of you. I think I saw you in Facebook in a private group, right? Michelle says, I love the idea. It's about building relationships. And as a travel advisor, it's all about relationships. Oh my gosh. Then why are you all posting on social media? That's not building relationships. Get people to your website. If posting on social is working for you and you know you're getting bookings from it, or you know that you're building your email list from it, stay there by all means. But if you are posting on social media and it's not helping you to grow your email list, put a pin in it. Pun intended. Okay. Lynn has a product that we don't even sell anymore. Years and years and years ago, Lynn has been a valued member of our community for a long time. And she stayed for around 15 months, right? So really important that you understand that this is why you have to have these top activities such as Pinterest, these middle activities. Posting on social media is actually a middle funnel strategy. It just can't be the only thing that you do. It's the jewelry that you put on top of emailing or something else. And then the bottom is where you actually make your sale. Okay, so what else can you do for top of funnel? Take a picture of this if you are not driving traffic to your website. If you said before that you're that person who's not doing it, please take a photo of this on your phone. Hold your phone up and take a photo or take a screen. Photos are better than screenshots. It'll be on your phone and I know you'll see it again. So you can run ads. You can do reels on Instagram or TikTok if you know how to make them viral. I don't know how to do that. Search engines, that helps. Pinterest is a search engine, but search engines take a little while to kick into effect. You don't have a lot of control over it. Other than Pinterest, you don't have a lot of control. That's where SEO fits as well. Live events, There's a lot of examples of live events that some of you are doing that are just magical. And partnerships, that's actually the first thing that I ever did. So let's refresh. What is a pin? This is a pin on the left-hand side. This whole rectangle here, this entire thing that you can see is a pin. Okay, so a pin is made up of a graphic. That's the left-hand side. A graphic has an image or video, and then it has a title down the bottom. Okay, words on it at the bottom. Over here, you've got your website, you've got your title, and then you've got a pin description. Okay, now the name of the image, so instead of it being image 1, the name of your image, you should rename it to 12 differences between ocean and river, because the name of your image, the title, and the description are all searchable in Pinterest. So if someone typed into Pinterest the difference between ocean and river cruising, that pin would more than likely come up. Okay, that is what you need to know about a pin. Now, this pin is missing one thing, and that's because I took a screenshot. It's missing one thing. It's actually missing the visit website button, a giant button that says visit website. I'll show that to you a little bit later. And that visit website button is exactly what people will click on to go to your website. This is just a pin before it has been pinned. Okay, it's just an image of it. So this is what I want you to learn today. Take a picture of this if you need it. There's three specific slides that I want to teach you on now. This is a Pinterest roadmap. If you are going to do Pinterest, this is exactly the steps that you need to take, okay? You can figure this out on your own just by going to ChatGPT or YouTube, watching videos, do the Pinterest, like whatever you've got to do, ask a friend, phone a friend. You can figure this out on your own. You do not have to buy my Pinterest course to do this. You can do this on your own. If figuring stuff out on your own doesn't usually work out for you, or you waste a lot of time, you might want to do this together with me. You might want to come in and sign up for our Pinterest course. You might want to hand it over to me and let me do it for you. It's entirely up to you, but it doesn't have to be on your own. Okay, so this is what you do. The first thing that you do is that you create content. So are you going to write notes? What are you going to do to remember this? Okay, you're going to create content, and the content is going to be probably a blog. Okay, a blog or an article. They're slightly different. A blog or an article, okay? That means writing something, getting someone to write something for you, or downloading something in the All Access Pass, if you have that you can then put on your website, okay? That's what that means. That means getting a blog written and putting it on your website. That's the content. The next step you're going to take is that you're going to create a pin. You're going to create exactly that bit that I saw you, the graphic, the bit to the left that I showed you. So let me go back and just remind you. You're going to create the graphic, just this bit on the left, the image and the title, that bit there. You're going to create a little image that is those two things, okay? Then after that, you're going to, so you'll create the graphic. Then you're going to schedule that graphic into Pinterest. Okay, you're going to schedule your pin. So to be able to schedule your pin, remember, you're going to have to create this graphic on the left, the image and the title, and you'll need to write a description on here. And then you're going to schedule it. You're going to schedule it in Pinterest. Okay, you're going to schedule it in Pinterest. What are you going to do? You're going to schedule it in Pinterest, and you're going to say, every time someone clicks on this pin, send them to this blog that I wrote here. So the blog is 12 differences between ocean and river cruising. You then create the graphic, that image and the title, and write the description, and then you schedule that in Pinterest, okay? Pinterest is then going to send the clicks, the people who click on that graphic, to your piece of content right here. They're going to send it to the blog. Does that make sense? If you have a question, write it in the chat right now. I'm going to answer questions right after the next slide, okay? When they get to that blog, you want to make sure that you have an opt-in form nearby, a place where people can sign up for your email list. Okay. Right while they're reading that blog, you want to have a place where they can join your email list. Okay. And then you're going to start building that email list through people from when they click on your pins to they come over and read that piece of content that you created. And then you're going to start building that email list. And then you're going to build the relationship with them. You're going to strengthen that connection. Okay. So if you haven't taken a photo, I'm going to remove this slide in 5, 4, 3, to next one. Okay, it looks like the same slide, but it's not, because look at the bottom. I wanted to show you where all of this actually happens. So this actually happens, the tan colored circles all happen in the same place. These bits are all on your website. So take a picture of this screen. These bits are all on your website, the tan colored ones. The content, the blog that you have, that gets posted on your Pinterest, on your website, sorry. The blog goes on your website. Then having an opt-in form, that bit's on your website. Okay, you'll have an opt-in form, first name, last name, email address, where people can join your email list. You'll build your email list on your website. Okay, you'll build it. Now you need to have an email marketing platform that connects, but people will be on your website and they'll join your email list. Okay. If you're in Wix, you could build your email list. If your website's in Wix and we did it for you, you can build your email list right there, or you can use Constant Contact or Kit or MailerLite or Flowdesk or whatever you want, but you'll build your email list. Okay. And then you'll strengthen the connection on your website by sending emails to people to keep coming back to it. All right. The navy ones, these navy blue ones, they happen in Canva. So you create your graphic in Canva, and you could schedule your pin in Canva, or you could use a different schedule. You could use a different scheduler. I recommend Tailwind. You can go to our Smart Tools page to learn more about that. Let me just put the banner up for the Smart Tools page, and you can go and learn more about why we chose that, why we like it. There we go. travelmarketingandmedia.com/smart tools. Take a picture of that if you want to learn about the scheduler that we use called Tailwind. And we schedule all of our pins in there. So that's where we can just upload everything and schedule it. It's super easy and it's very inexpensive, which we like. So this one happens in Canva. This one we do in Tailwind, okay? And then red is Pinterest. So these are the three things, the three areas that you kind of work in. You work in your website, you have a Pinterest account, and then you have your navy blue where you create your graphic and schedule it. I put them both in the same color because there's a lot of tools out there that you can use, and there's a lot of choices that you have. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to answer some questions because I saw the questions come up. So let's answer the questions in here. If you have any questions right now, ask. Okay, so Michael says, do you do funnels that lead to a landing page like ClickFunnels? ClickFunnels, and it is a great tool. It's a great tool. It's not a tool that any of you have to have right now. I think that learning a new tool can complicate things, and you have to learn new tools. You do at some stage. My goal for you is to have the least number of tools possible, because that's the least number of things to pay for. It's the least number of things to learn. It's the least number of things that can go wrong. So my suggestion, Michael, is not to integrate ClickFunnels right now. We are 8 years in business and we still don't need to integrate ClickFunnels. We could, but we chose not to learn another tool yet. I love ClickFunnels, but I'll go there when I'm ready. And we're a multi-million-dollar business and we're not ready yet. So I would say for you, sir, all you need is the tools that I showed you, which is your website, Canva, and then get them straight through onto your website, and then have an opt-in form nearby. So I want to show you what I mean by that opt-in form. I don't think that ours is great. And I actually am going to, I don't know if Ez, web designer, is on the live right now. She's busy working on some VIP clients. She's working on Laurie, Twana, and April's websites right now, and Marina's marketing kit. So we're very busy there in the web design area. We are taking new clients though, if you need. Let me go to the strategy library on our website, and I want to share this with you so that you can see it. Okay. Actually, I have to resend a new screen. Hold on. Stop screen share. Because I don't want you all yelling at the screen saying, we can't see. Oh, that's my belly. Can you hear that? How embarrassing. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. Flora or Blessing? Oh no, that's okay. We're good. Okay, so you can see my screen right now. This is a blog that somebody has. This is my blog page here, where all my coaching articles are. You can see them one after the other in here. If you want to have a good read about Pinterest, then all you have to do is to click on more, and you'll see Pinterest come up, and all of the articles here will come up about Pinterest. I'm going to go ahead and pin that right now in our chat, just here, so that you can all see it. Oh, Okay, there we go. So I've just pinned that on the screen. Okay, so here I have all of my Pinterest blogs. These could be your river cruise blogs. They could be your Europe blogs. They could be your Egypt blogs. Okay. Then when up here, you can actually join our email list. What we're going to do is we're going to embed a form right there. So it just says first name, last name, email address, join. So that people don't even have to click again, because if they click again, then that's not the worst. It comes up as a light box, which means they can fill it in and then they're straight back on the page. But we're going to try and put, maybe not on this page, but when they actually click into a blog or a coaching article in here, I think I want to have the form actually there on the side where people can sign up. Right. And then in here, this is where people read the actual blog. So you have to ask yourself, is there space for someone to sign up for your email list? I want to know that. Okay, so that is definitely some food for thought there for you. How easy are you making it for people to sign up for your email list? Okay, so that is what I wanted to show you. Let me go back. Hold on and stop sharing my screen because it looks kind of crazy. Okay, there we go. All right, so that is the answer there. What else? Another question here. I saw a few. Why not schedule it right in Pinterest? I don't really love the Pinterest scheduler myself. I feel like I can't schedule with as much flexibility. I found Tailwind easier to use. And even though the Pinterest scheduler doesn't cost me anything, there was something about it that I didn't like. I tried it. And you can try it. There's nothing wrong with it. It didn't give me, maybe it was how long in advance I could schedule. I wanted to try and schedule for 3 months in advance, or the number of pins. I'm not sure what it was. I can't remember now, but we did try and we didn't like it. So we had actually paid someone to manage our Pinterest. At the time, 4 years ago, she was $850 a month. If anyone wants a recommendation, she's amazing. We're less than that. So you should probably come to us first, and we do travel. She doesn't niche in travel, but she just was amazing. She set up our Pinterest boards. She created all of our Pinterest graphics. She drove all the traffic to Pinterest, and we had incredible results. At the height of that, we had 15,000 impressions a month and around 10,000 people coming to our website. It was phenomenal. We just couldn't afford at the time to keep that going. So we got her to set it up for 3 months, knowing that we would then have the goal of taking over afterwards, which is unfortunately where we became inconsistent. So that's a lesson there, isn't it? But when she set up our Pinterest, she recommended that we use Tailwind, and she used Tailwind for all of her clients. When we stopped using her service, we tried to go to Pinterest to do it, but we just didn't find it as easy as what she did, as what she showed us. So yeah, we stuck with what was easiest. Sometimes I don't choose the cheapest way. Sometimes I just choose the easiest way. Okay, Kimberly says, I find that when I'm batch scheduling article content, but it's not yet published, I don't have a live URL to add the pin description to also schedule the matching pin. Is there a workaround? That's a great question. There is not a workaround for that. You have to have a live URL. So what I would say is that what we do is we have 2 different sets of articles that we put out. We put out an article every single week now so that Google knows that we're putting out regular content. I think we're going to drop that back to every 2 weeks. And then what we'll do is the ones for Pinterest, in order to be able to schedule, Kimberly, all the way to the end of May, what we did was that we made them all live so that we could have the live URL to put it in. The only downside to that is, oh my gosh, what if someone reads ahead in your blogs? That's not even an issue. That's a great thing, because that means that someone's engaging. So yeah, we found that as well. And that was our workaround. Okay, let me check on timing. Okay. Next question. Jamie says, do you recommend 6 constant contact MailerLite or something else? I've started building email templates and tests, but I don't love the functionality. Me either. I have Zoho for email, was considering using that for my first campaign. My website is currently hosted by my host, but I keep adding tools and I feel overwhelmed. We use one that you could add that would not cost you anything to begin with. If you only have one sequence, you could use sign up for the newsletter option. It's in our smart tools. So head over and have a look there. I think we recommend 1 or 2 in there, but go over and check out the smart tools and you'll be able to see what our recommendations at the time are. Know that we only recommend things that we actually use. use. That's really important to us. We only recommend tools that we use. Okay, Michael says that makes sense. Okay, great. My website has a contact form, but it's wonky. Only one integration with tests. Nothing communicates with other components. I need an easier integrated workflow. Ma'am, you need a new website. You need a new website. I would love to do it for you. We've got a bunch of options. I'll put them up on the screen. It might be something that you cannot do right now, but that you put it on your goals to be able to do with us. We have website options, I think, that start at $1,400 and go through to $6,500. And we have ones where you can learn yourself with us, where we train you in like live train you, or ones where we just do it all for you. We don't use Wix email marketing. Really good question. We do not use Wix email marketing because, and we'll talk about that next month in email marketing, we don't use it because it doesn't allow us to build more than 10 emails in advance. And we want to build out long email sequences. And so ones that will last for 3 months. And so for that reason, we don't use it. Okay, so let me go back to sharing my screen with you because I want to teach you some more things. Okay, entire Chrome tab. Okay, let's go to here. Alrighty, so that's how that works. So here is a checklist for you to get started. And then I want to take you over to Pinterest and show you the difference between your personal account and your business account. When you are pinning into your business account. Okay, that is when you are pinning. But that is the and that is the only time you should ever be in your business account. When you're actually, if you're not using Tailwind or a scheduler and you're wanting to go into Pinterest and do it, that's the only time you should be in your Pinterest account. If you're just checking on your pins or scheduling. All other times, I think I saw Gail ask a question about that. All other times you should be in your personal account. So let's walk through to wrap up the steps to get started. And then I'm going to take you over to my Pinterest account. Okay. Number 1, choose the type of content you are going to send people to. I highly recommend that it's a blog article and nothing else to begin with. You could send people to niche pages on your website if you have a river cruise page, a services page, work with you page, those work as well. But just remember, if you're sending someone to a services page saying how they work with you, you have to remind yourself they don't know you. They don't know you. So are they really just going to make a booking right away? Where did you build the relationship? Okay, so you just might do a little bit of that. Maybe if you have an article about the benefits of using a travel advisor, that would be better to send them to than to your services page. But you could have links in that article that go to your services page. See how clever that is? So I think that that's a really, really good way to do it. Okay, then the next thing that you want to do is to create your graphic in Canva. So we have, if you have the All Access Pass, we have Pinterest graphics in there already created for the article in the destination. So say, for example, you want to do pins about Amsterdam because you've got a blog on your website about Amsterdam because you sell Europe or river cruising or ocean cruising to Europe, and you download the blog from the All Access Pass on Amsterdam. We already built you 6 pin graphics to be able to use that, have the title of that blog on it. You could change out the words, you can change out the images, you could duplicate it and have 60 of them. You could pick 10 images and use all 6 different designs and end up with 60, and then just download those, and that's what gets scheduled. Okay, you don't have to start from scratch. If you have our Pinterest course, you have a whole package of templates that we've already built for you. We show you how to change your brand colors and fonts so you can make it part of your branding if you want to. I noticed a bunch of people just using it with the neutral colors we left. They were like, I'm just cutting out a step. It doesn't matter if it's not my brand colors. You're right. If it's the difference between getting it done and making it perfect, just get it done. So if you have the Pinterest course, you can have all the graphics in there. Okay. So the next step is to create your graphic. All right. It's like a book cover. Think of it that way. You can't read the book until you pick up the book. You can't click on the pin. You can't click through to the website until you click on the pin. Okay. Then you're going to pin the graphic and link it to the page on your website where that content is. Okay, this is a step that so many people forget. One of our amazing clients was having like thousands of impressions. People were seeing her pins and looking at her pins, thousands and thousands every single month, and nobody was clicking to her website. She had 0 clicks. Do you know why? She forgot to put the URL. She forgot to put the link to her blog. And she has an amazing website, amazing blog. And she forgot that one little step. So now she's gone and added that step, and she's going to see a difference now. Okay. So you'll pin the graphic, you'll link it to the blog on your website. You'll have a spot somewhere on that page where they can join your email list. Okay. You'll continue to build a library of content on your website, because every time someone goes there, they just see you as more of an expert. The more updated content that you have, the more relevant content that you have. It is not a mistake or an accident or a coincidence if the stuff on your website is the stuff that people are booking. You've got to make sure that it aligns with what your goals are. Okay. And then you're going to use an online scheduler or Pinterest to get your pins done. Again, I don't love Pinterest for scheduling. I tend to use Tailwind, but totally up to you. Okay. I have one more. I think I missed a question. Hold on. Let me go back. Yeah. Oh, Gail, I did answer that for you. Kimberly asks, do you recommend the opt-in form for the email list in the website or article, or as a pop-up? Try both. Try both, because that's the goal. You got them there. The goal now is to get them set up. Okay, so try both and see what works for you best. And then Philip says, no mention of MailChimp. Why are others better? MailChimp is the worst. It is the absolute worst. I never say that about any other program for any other tool, for any other reason. MailChimp has the lowest deliverability rate and the highest spam rate. And you work so hard to build your email list. Imagine then sending an email and the lowest number of people get it. And the reason is because they have the lowest requirements for proving that your list is not spam, which means that all the spammers love it. And because the spammers love MailChimp, because their emails get out, then for those of you who are not spammers, then you don't get taken care of, because they treat you the same as everybody else, and it's what's called whitelisted. You end up in people's junk mail, and that's not good. So that's why we never recommend MailChimp. I love it in terms of usability, functionality, in terms of building your emails, but when it comes to email deliverability, you almost always end up in the junk mail, and that's just not worth it. You go to so much effort to build your email list. Okay, so question for you now. My question for you is, what are you going to do next? You're going to do it afraid. Yesterday, my whole little family and I, we went and got our vaccines for our trip. We collected everything. We got cholera, malaria, tetanus, typhoid, yellow fever. We got all the things yesterday because we're heading off to Africa next week. And Houston, my 5-year-old, said, Mama, I'm scared. And I said, me too, my love. Me too. I don't enjoy this. Me too. I said, but we can do it scared. We can do it unsure. Because if we don't do it, nothing's going to happen. We're not going to Africa. So if you don't start, how are you going to do it? If you don't have a plan, what are you going to do? You can do things scared. You can do things unsure, but what you can't do is just do nothing. Okay. So remember don't be afraid. To be amazing, you just have to start. Okay. So do you need more help? So this is where you're going to go to from now. We're wrapping it up. You can either take our intensive but ridiculously easy Pinterest course. It's open now. It closes on Monday. You cannot sign up after Monday. I don't know if we'll open it for the rest of the year. And I'm not one of those people who says that just to make you sign up. I literally don't know. I feel like we're going to be focusing on other things. So it wouldn't surprise me. And the reason being also because we're headed to Africa this summer, and I think we're headed to Korea as well. A few other places, Peru maybe. We'll be traveling most of the summer. I don't see it lining up on the schedule to do it again. So if you're interested in Pinterest, you can either figure it out yourself, and you can, because I gave you the roadmap right here. You can figure out the tools, the steps, the everything yourself, or you can take the course and we'll show you how to do everything. All right. Number 2, we walk you through step-by-step how to correctly start an account. For most of you, you're going to want to start from scratch and build it out. We'll show you how to build your boards in Pinterest. We haven't been talking about boards, but you'll have to have a number of boards to be able to pin to. We'll show you the biggest mistakes to make. We will give you a bundle of Pinterest templates. We'll show you how to use our favorite scheduler, which is Tailwind. We'll show you how to align your Pinterest strategy with your commission goals. I think that's super important. So if you are signing up, go ahead and do that. I'm going to put it up on the screen now. You literally go to travel, marketing, and media. Oh my gosh, can't type. You go to travelmarketingandmedia.com/Pinterest, not difficult, /Pinterest, and then you click on the red banner at the top, and that will get you to sign up. Or you can just scroll down here and click on this green button where it says sign up for the course. It is your last opportunity. We put payment plans. You can either do pay in full, make 2 payments, or make 3 monthly payments. I think it's like $200 a month, $240 a month, something like that. Okay. And there's some more reading you can do here. Again, these blogs build expertise. They build a relationship. These are probably, can I tell you, the best blogs I've written in my entire life. These are the best blogs / articles I've ever written. So come and take a look at these if you're going to start out your Pinterest journey. And this is, like I said, where you sign up. You click on sign up, just like this. You click on sign up. Now you will need to be able to log in. If you are not logged in, this is what you will see. You get a whole year to access the course here. You can either do one payment or you can do, there's 2 payment plans in here that you can choose from. And then you click on sign up here. You will have to be logged in. So if you have an account, you just click on log in and you'll type in your email address and your password. That's not my correct password, or you'll create a new account. But if you're already logged in here, then you won't have to go another step further and go ahead and sign up. We would be super happy to have you. Okay. So, I did want to show you real quick one last thing, and then I'm going to go because we are about to start our coaching call for Town Hall. If you would like to do a free coaching call, it's a 30-minute quick call right now. We're going to be looking at the All Access Pass and answering any questions, and then just answering whatever questions you have. So go ahead and do that. Over here on the top right-hand corner, look at my screen real quick. This is how you toggle between a personal account. Clearly, I'm in my personal account right now, and my business account. So as soon as I click in here, I'm in my business account. I do not want to do a single thing in here because Pinterest remembers absolutely everything. My impressions, oh my gosh, they've gone up 9% in 2 weeks. Why? Because we've been pinning every single day. Look at this one pin right here. This is the last thing I'm going to show you. One pin right there here has been seen 4,380 times, and people have clicked on this 187 times and ended up on my website. That is incredible. This pin, by the way, is 2 years old or 3 years old. And it's the pin that keeps giving. Okay. So that's all for today's training. I hope you come and join us right now. Go to travelmarketingandmedia.com/townhall and you'll get to see us over at the town hall just here. Oh, we didn't do best moments. Let's do it real quick. What was your best moment from today? Your best moment from today was something that you heard or something that you saw and you were like, okay, I get that. Tell me real quick what your best moment was. I should have done that earlier. And then we will go over and we'll start Town Hall. Okay. Do I create different brands for the different topics of your blogs? Yeah. So you have them for river cruising, ocean cruising, all inclusive, Europe, cultural experiences like those. We teach people in the course how to do it, but that's, if you're doing it yourself, that's what you would do. Okay, best moment, ditch MailChimp. Yeah, because you just don't want to work so hard to build your email list, right? Kimberly says, who cares if people read ahead in your blogs? Exactly. Best moment, remember to add an email sign up to your blog page. I love that. Best moment from Philip was also to add a form on his blog page. Yes. Best moment from John was deciding I'm going to do the Pinterest class. Had no intention, but I need to jumpstart. Yay! We're so happy to have you. Make sure you sign up before Monday. Do it today if you're likely to forget. What else? Best moment that you were in real time. I expected pre-recorded. Thanks. Do you ever pin to your website on your business account? Oh, always. All the pinning we do for our business, we do on our business account and we pin to our website that way. And no, when we do train masterclasses, we're always live. I put in the effort. I show up for you. Okay. Kayla says best moment was my call to action has been sending them to the get started form, and it should be to the email opt-in form or get started. That your get started for your call to action. Your call to action on your pins, Kayla, send them to the blog. And if you're sending them to your services page or your sign up form, just see how that's performing for you. Make sure it's working for you. Nelson says Pinterest will bring me the right customer. Yeah, Pinterest will do that for you. You just have to put up the right content. Realizing I need to maximize my reach on Pinterest. I love this. Best moment. To be amazing, you just need to start. Yeah, you don't have to be perfect at it. I'm not. I make so many mistakes. I'm literally about to email out a group of people that I just traveled with and show them a big mistake that I made. I'm so scared, but you just have to do it anyway. Okay, I got to go because I'm going to Town Hall. Come over and join us over at Town Hall. It is travelmarketingandmedia.com/townhall. It will be 25 minutes today. We're going to get in, get out. You can ask me anything. It's free coaching. I'll see you over there. Bye for now.